Hello, everyone. Welcome to my speech. Thank you so much for coming. I'm honored that this many of you came tonight. It's great to have so many people supporting my campaign. And let's get on without further ado. Uh, a little bit about me first. I was born to the uh, past Senator Albert Gore in the best country of the world, the United States. I graduated from Harvard College with a bachelor's in government, and then I went to Vietnam as a journalist and as a uh, active member of the military, of course. Uh, and I wasn't in any firefights, but I interviewed those who were, and there were firefights near where I was when I was in Vietnam. I went to Vietnam so that someone else uh, from the town I lived in didn't have to. And I was proud. I was proud to wear the uniform of the United States, my home country. uh, I joined Congress uh, because I couldn't step away from public service, even when not in the military. As a congressman, I held the first ever congressional hearings on climate change. I co-sponsored hearings on toxic waste and global warming. I was a founding member of the Interparliamentary Conference on the Global Environment, and I created the internet. I believe I'm a valid presidential candidate and have the experience needed because when I was a senator, I served on Commerce, Governmental Affairs, and the Armed Services Committee, and I was the vice president to Bill Clinton. In his administration, I worked for a stronger economy, which we succeeded at. We had a booming stock market. We had many new businesses pop up. We created almost 19 million new jobs. We wiped out the budget deficit. We created the biggest surplus in the history of the United States, and we moved 6 million people off of welfare programs. Some of our governmental goals uh, are no more big government. We can't have any more bureaucracies or agencies or organizations. And in my first 100 days in office, we're going to get a bill passed that enacts some of the biggest campaign reform in United States history. We need to get all the special interest group money out of campaigns and put democracy back in the hands of people instead of just electing who's rich uh, and voting out anyone who's poor. Uh, as a vice president to Clinton, we added 100,000 police to uh, our local police departments, and we have a goal to add 50,000 more uh, in my first 4 years in in the presidency. I'm also in favor of the death penalty for those who commit very heinous crimes, given that it's appropriate. Uh, we should have a strong military and defense to confront new challenges of terrorism, and we must promote free market, yet we should have fair trade so that everyone has a fair chance at being successful. Some economic goals would be one of the biggest uh, qualities of a good economy is discipline. So we can't have any more budget deficits. We need balanced budgets every year, every single year. Uh, while doing this, I'd like to have tax cuts for the middle class. No more tax cuts for the rich, which is what my opponent wants to do. We need tax cuts for the working and middle class, and that allows for more funds to be put towards kids in college or healthcare, further educating our growing population. Uh, we will pay the debt in 12 years, and I will put us on a course to do that, and we'll end debt for the first time in 7 generations. Um, by 2004, we will have eliminated the debt accumulated from the first 12 years in office. Mhm. Uh, we will create three new trust funds: the Education Trust Fund, the Healthcare Trust Fund, and the Environmental Trust Fund. Uh, if you invest in our nation, we'll invest in you, and these will let us put more money into K-8 through 12 schooling. We will invest in better medicine and more cures to cancer and AIDS, and we will protect the environment with these trusts. We will raise the minimum wage to a living wage so that people have more comfortable lives, and we will sustain the earned income tax credit. Economy is based on morals and discipline, and uh, you can't spend money you don't have. And discipline is the main point of my economic uh, goals. It's all about discipline. For healthcare, uh, while keeping a balanced budget, we will put Medicare in a trust fund and I'll put it off budget so Congress can't raid it for money whenever they need to pass a huge spending bill. Uh, we will pass a patient's bill of rights so that people who people who are ill can't be screwed over by rich insurance companies. Uh, we will give allow uh, we will give elderly people uh, ease of access to healthcare in their homes, and we will allow a prescription drug benefit for all seniors under Medicare. Mhm. Um, and we will make sure that insurance companies uh, treat mental illness the same as any other illness in America. Mhm. We will allow access to abortion everywhere in the United States, and by 2004, we will get every single child anywhere in the United States covered by healthcare. Health shouldn't be a right to the wealthy, and we'll keep Medicare and any other healthcare goal in line with our economic goals. For Social Security, we won't privatize it like some are saying we should, and we will keep it guaranteed for all. We will put the security back in Social Security. We also have a new account that people will be able to make called Social Security Plus, which is after you've uh, made your uh, payment to Social Security, you will be able to put money into a tax-free voluntary account that will allow you to save and invest for your retirement on top of Social Security. Some education programs that we'd like to invest in are nationalized free preschool so that parents can go to work and not worry about their kids. Some better schools across the country, K through 12, with lower class sizes, high standards of accountability, more after-school programs, and we need to keep schools drug and gun free. That's very important. You need to influence learning in a safe environment. And we need to make sure safety, discipline, and character is put first in every classroom across the country, making it a foundation of learning. We will make college tuition accounts that are tax and inflation free, and we will allow college payments to be tax deductible. Some environmental goals, as you all know from my time in Congress, I'm very pro environment and helping it succeed and flourish. We will allow access to safe, clean drinking water to every American in the country, anyone in the country that's living here. We will reverse global warming to the extent where it's not a threat to humanity any longer. Some other goals that we have are we're going to crack down on tobacco companies marketing to children, because drugs in schools is a huge issue. We need to toughen penalties for those that prey on children on the internet. I created the internet. I think that it's a very new concept, and we need to crack down on those who abuse the internet for their criminal acts. Uh, we will stand up for equal rights by defending affirmative action. We will pass the Employment Non-Discrimination Act so no one who's employing can discriminate. And we will pass a law against hate crimes so that anyone that commits a crime based on hatred for another person or another person's ethnicity or race, they can be charged with a hate crime. Cultural goals would consist of parents regaining moral authority to guide children, and will reinstill values into our children such as honor and family, which consists of taking care of loved ones and honoring your ancestors. Thank you so much for coming to my speech tonight. It was wonderful to have all of you. I'm looking forward to serving you as President of the United States, and I'm sure that we will win this election.